Hello, and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of December 20th. I'm Catherine Aleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast, we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. This week, we are continuing with Ted Lasso Season 2 with the episodes Do the Right-est Thing, which is episode 3, and Carol of the Bells, which is episode 4, and we timed it so perfectly.
We did.
Because it was a Christmas episode.
Yes, which originally ran in August, but you know what?
This is why
our timing is
delayed.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely. Could not have been more perfect.
Yes.
But
well, let's talk about the other one first.
Yes.
Do the Right-est Thing. So this one, kind of the main plot was the player Sam Obisanya, who learned that their team sponsor, Dubai Air, had a parent company that was doing some questionable stuff in his home country of Nigeria. And you had to really suspend some disbelief on, like, his father was the one who brought it to his attention, and like, they have been the sponsor for this whole time. So, like, okay, now suddenly
his father just watched a documentary, so he's in the know now.
Yeah. So that was
somebody on Twitter who was calling it out.
That was sort of unfortunate, I thought. But you know, it gave Sam a chance to take a stand about this, and also for Ted to support him, and for even Jamie.
That's right.
Jamie Tart to
so Jamie gets in the good graces of the team.
Yes, finally.
Backing up Sam.
Right.
In a way that he would never have done before.
No. And he did have a session with Dr. Sharon. So perhaps that has something to do with it. Yeah. So that was that plot. And then also there was a related story of Rebecca taking care of her teenage goddaughter and kind of like figuring out how to relate to her as a teen instead of a little kid.
She had not spent time with her since she was like 6.
Right.
Due to her marriage to the horrible Rupert.
Yes.
So now she has to recalibrate.
Right. She gets some advice from Roy on how to relate to
Roy,
a younger person, which is delightful. So.
A lot of gruffness and cursing in Roy's case, but he still had good wisdom passed down.
Yes. So, you know, enjoyable for the bonding that ends up happening between Rebecca and Nora is her name. The woman.
That was enjoyable. And Roy continues to be a delight, but holy cow, is Sam not just the most adorable thing?
Oh, he is.
You can imagine. He's
Absolutely.
Just yay for that actor, just making him such a ray of light, you know, and just the best smile and, you know, most modest way of going about doing the things that he's going to go about doing because of his principles. And so enjoy times when he's central to the plot.
Yes. Yeah. In the earlier episode where he mistakenly and then eventually correctly believed that Jamie was coming back.
Yeah.
And he got angry and he actually stormed off the field. And the way he did it was just adorable.
Yes, he's very, and then this gave Rebecca also more ability to come into her own as the boss and somebody who was going to stand up for things that were right.
Yes.
You know, step out of Rupert's shadow. So good for her. And altogether an enjoyable episode, paling only in comparison to the one that comes after. So.
Absolutely. So
I watched these two. It did not serve Do the Right-est Thing so well to be watched immediately before Carol of the Bells, which was, oh my goodness, so delightful.
So delightful.
In the pantheon of Christmas episodes. And, you know, winning my heart with many, many things, including, of course, a Love Actually tribute.
Love Actually reference. I know. I was like, oh, This is just for Terry.
Not just the pieces of poster board, but the whole thing of going door to door, ringing bells. That also is very Love Actually with Hugh Grant doing it in the film. But yes, once I was just hooting the whole time she was holding up the little poster boards with things written on it in front of the boy.
This
lovely.
Was Phoebe, Roy's niece, Phoebe.
How adorable. According to IMDb, the first thing she's ever been in. And
she's wonderful.
She is wonderful and real and natural. And the relationship between her and Roy is so fantastic.
Yes.
And, Roy continues.
And Keeley. I mean, you get Keeley, who could be sort of resentful of the way this child often sort of ends up interfering.
Disrupted their sexy Christmas plans.
Their sexy Christmas. And she just is like, she's so sweet with Phoebe.
Really yes.
She just wants to help her. And she's very good with her in terms of.
She is.
She knows how to relate to a little kid, which a lot of people don't.
And Phoebe also is very happy to be with her and take advice from her and not like, this is my time with my uncle, go away.
Right.
So it's a very cute relationship amongst the three of them. This time, unfortunately, in the service of Phoebe having apparently abominably awful breath and, acting challenge.
I mean, you got the actors, right? You had the very sweet, all the sweet scenes. And then you had to have both Roy and Keeley's portray, with their faces, just how bad this breath really was.
And fighting as hard as they could against showing it. And yet you do get the sense that, oh my goodness. And so then they go off in search of a dentist, which is, of course, the way Roy would go about this. I'm going to start knocking on doors in my posh neighborhood. And surely there's a dentist there somewhere.
There's got to be a dentist. And in fact,
there was. And happy ending for that. And then this episode is sort of independent of the other episodes. There's not a lot of carryover other than the characters. I had read there's a story in the LA Times that mentioned that this was made when Apple TV decided to up their order to 12 episodes, and they had already done a 10 episode arc. I don't know if they'd written them or if they actually shot them too, but they had to sort of, insert this in between episodes where stuff happens as just a freestanding little gem, which I quite liked, actually. It was nice to just be able to put away all the other things that are going on and just enjoy these characters. You had the Higginses opening their home to any players who were far away from their families to come and have a family Christmas. And pretty much the entire team comes.
Yeah.
And just has a great time. It's so sweet and heartwarming. They're all bringing their national dishes and they're playing video games with Higgins' kids and,
Nerf
battles. Oh, so cute. You just want to be there,
And, his lovely wife is just like, this is great. She's not at all, freaked out by just the doorbell ringing every few minutes, and 3 or 4 large athletes are at her door. And
at some point,
come on in.
She says to her husband, "You become more popular," or something like that, or more well liked, because we never had this many people. Yeah. And then at the end, Rebecca and Ted are outside the door singing with the buskers they had noticed earlier.
The buskers.
Their little Christmas plot was that Ted was just going to spend the day FaceTiming with his kid, except he gave his kid too good a present. And of course, the kid wants to go play with the present. So then he was just going to sit and drink all day. But Rebecca comes and rescues him, knowing how bad the first post-divorce Christmas is. And they go out delivering gifts to kids whose Christmas list they have been given. And that was very sweet. And then they wind up at Higgins's. So it was just such a nice, in the spirit, heartwarming, funny, delightful episode, which I will watch every Christmas from now on, along with Love Actually. But it's just the fact that it had no carryover plot from before means it can just be freestanding forever.
Right. But still remain very true to the characters and where they are at this point. Like, Jamie, the team had a Secret Santa gift exchange, and Jamie comes running into Ted's office like, I need a gift. And they say, well, why you didn't get a gift? And it's like, you think it's because he's just like, so arrogant that he just doesn't think of anyone else. No, it's because the email said Secret Santa. He didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Yes.
He's lovable love.
Yes, I look forward to his continued domestication and, standing up for Sam and blocking out the sponsor on the uniform in the episode before this. And, there was a time when Jamie would have just said, I'm not participating in the Secret Santa, or just being able to play with me as your gift for Christmas, or done something conceited. Yes. And he was actually concerned that he was going to look like a loser by not having something. And he, asked for it. So that was sweet. So I enjoy him trying to be a better person more than I enjoyed him being a not very nice one.
An awful person. Yeah.
So that's fun. Just so far enjoying this season quite a bit. And, the whole, there's the family you're born into, and the family that you find along the way is a very, I don't think he wrote this episode, but being a producer of the show, it's a very Bill Lawrence-y thing. That's like Cougar Town has that basically the same thing. And I think Scrubs as well. So I felt like I appreciate this. This is the kind of TV I like, when it's your family and your found family, and you're just enjoying each other. And that's what I look for in my Christmas episodes, and actually in all my TV episodes, which this show does pretty well with. And and we feel sorry for Nate, whose father is impossible to buy for because he hates everything. We had an episode like that.
Yes.
Is that just yesterday that we were that person? No, chocolate apples will be fine. Very nice. Good effort.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso. So adorable. Such adorableness.
Lovely way to celebrate. If you have not seen this, you don't even need to.
Yes, you don't need to know anything.
Watch the show. Just watch it. It's delightful.
Yes, it will fill your heart with Christmas cheer.
That's right.
Many very good-looking football players.
That's right. Absolutely.
Not bad.
So next week, we are going to revisit a couple of highlights from our 2021 round 2 episodes. And then in 2 weeks, we'll come back to Ted Lasso and we'll discuss season 2, episode 5, which is called Rainbow, and episode 6, The Signal. And that is going to be it for our round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Terry.
Bye, Catherine.
Goodbye, everyone.